I use this for noise removal on video. I don't know if you use
the gray.
Yeah. Well, any plain surface, which this has lots of, and then I use the colored parts for color correction.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm really lazy and I just like sample.
No,
So,
that's great. Yeah.
let's do this.
Cheers.
Cheers. Hello, viewers, and welcome to another episode of Between Two Pints. I'm your host, Rob, and with me today is Erick Boychuk. Did I say that right?
You did.
Excellent. I've only ever seen his name on Facebook.
Yeah, this is true.
But Erick, you're a filmmaker. Why don't you tell our viewers a little about yourself?
Well, I'm a filmmaker. I do mostly comedy, but I'm starting to do some sci-fi and other stuff now. Web series, features, indie stuff mostly. So yeah.
We talked about it. You have a number of projects on the go. You're a busy man. Most of us indie filmmakers do.
Yep.
But we've decided we're going to talk about a comedic project you finished shooting recently.
Yes. Owen and Drew.
Owen and Drew.
Two roommates.
Two roommates. Excellent. Please tell us a little more. Number of episodes you've got filmed.
So we got 2 in the can. They're getting chopped up right now.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Who wrote it?
The guy who stars in it wrote it. Really talented actor, writer. I didn't know he could write this well.
I'm surprised whenever I find out an actor can even read.
That's
Sorry,
racist.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, really great and really funny. It's borderline our comedy, but it could definitely go on YouTube and Vimeo and all that sort of thing.
What's your friend's name?
Oh my God, James Chalice.
James Chalice.
Yeah, this one's for you, buddy.
Here you go, James.
So yeah, it's pretty. I really like it. I'm excited for the material to see it, in its final form.
So let's get a bit of a framework for the project. And now I don't mean to pry, but like what sort of budget did you go out and find funding? Did you just decide you're going to film this bad boy?
Yep. Yeah, James wanted to do a show, and I just told him basically, write something that we can shoot, as in, no car chases and explosions and stuff. So he just sat down in his room, basically said, and penned this thing, and drew a lot from his own experiences. But it's comedy is great because it's all in the characters and the writing, basically. So and I think we got something cool here, so pretty happy.
That's really awesome. Now, as a filmmaker, do you own your own cameras, or because that's what works for me is like, as you can see, we're filming this talk show, and the fact that I have 3 cheap DSLR cameras left over from Standard Action. Watch Standard Action. Excuse me. But,
Dying.
Yeah, I am dying. But yeah, so how do you do this? Tell me about your methods of filmmaking.
Yo, I'm so indie, I don't even own my own cameras. We shot on 5D, Canon 5D DSLRs, and one the producer owns, and one another actor friend of mine owns. So
that's super DIY.
Oh yeah, we just wrangle. I'm all about the community, and we just wrangle lights and whatever, and make it happen. And now I'm shooting. The guy borrowed his camera. I'm shooting his show now. So
what show's that?
That's the sci-fi web series.
Is that The Realm?
It's The Realm.
Ooh, well, we'll need to get you back to talk about that. I actually
Another beer too.
Yeah, I love sci-fi, and I would make sci-fi myself, but I find it's really expensive. We did one episode of Standard Action in season 3 that was in a science fiction universe, and there was 60 visual effects in 15 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, that was most of my summer last year.
Yeah. Also, it's in the writing too. You can write, low-key sci-fi if you want, but.
We did this idea where we put some green paint on some screens, and there was going to be people on view screens, but since we were using cameras on sliders, I had to track those view screens into a moving shot that was changing scale and shape, and it was probably a gong show. It felt like one. Wow. I've never seen a gong show, but if there were to be one, that was it.
Yeah, VFX gong show. Not my thing. I didn't know you could do visual effects. You got many talents.
I love the Adobe everything. I started in Flash and moved to Premiere and then After Effects and all of the things in between. So let's go back and talk about your comedic project. So you've shot 2 episodes now.
Yeah.
What's the plan? Are you going to edit those and put them on YouTube, or are you going to run a Kickstarter, or what are you thinking you're doing?
Well, yeah, we're editing them right now. I saw some rough cuts and again, I like those, so pretty excited.
Excellent.
And then might write a 3rd one, shoot that, have a little, I don't know, intro mini-series type of thing, so pretty fun. Yeah, and I'm not sure what'll happen with that project, but I think with at least 3 episodes, you can kind of go out and show it, and they're, the episodes were 15 pages each, so they're probably going to be 10-minute episodes, which is pretty decent.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, actually, it sounds like the attitude about it is one of the better attitudes The web series Standard Action, and I hate going back to this, but I mean, it's like, it's going to be on the same channel, but we made that for ourselves. We made it for fun. We made it so, like, the people we play Dungeons and Dragons with would have a laugh. Not so, like, oh, it'd impress critics and, like, oh, you know, it'd be, like, a masterpiece. No, we just made it for, like, laughs, and that was the thing that actually people responded to. Right. So, like, making this Owen project just because you, like, want to actually sounds like a brilliant idea.
Yeah, I mean, I think you really gotta just stick to what you know and what you like, and you start trying to do something for everyone, it ends up being nothing, so.
Yeah, and you don't really, if you're trying to please people instead of yourself.
Yeah, forget it.
Philosophically, I guess that's a mistake.
Yeah.
So I've
Socrates.
Yeah, now that we're drinking beer, it's time to get philosophical.
Yeah.
And actually, we're on to that point of the show where we're about halfway through. Your beer is not halfway through.
I'll catch up.
Yeah, so start chugging while I explain the next part of the show to you. We're going to do the creative part. As a filmmaker, you probably don't like to do this without a plan, but we're going to ask you about... Well, actually, we'll give you a choice. Do you want to do something where... If this Owen project... What's it called again?
Owen and Drew.
Owen and Drew. Now, you have two choices. You can either A, you'll have $10 million to make whatever you want with it and tell us all about that, or B, you have an unlimited budget, but you have to cross over with some sort of popular franchise like Men in Black.
Oh, man. Crossover in the same genre or totally
anything
random?
You want. Or $10 million to do whatever the heck you want.
I'll do the crossover.
All right. What are you going to pick for the franchise? You can drink your beer to stall, and I'll talk to the viewers about something.
Yeah. I'll just...
So I guess it's a comedy. I mean, you could pick something else, but really throwing in a sci-fi element, I would want to watch it that much more.
Okay.
If it doesn't have robots or monsters...
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do Alien versus Predator versus Owen and Drew.
Okay. Now, obviously, the Predator can cloak and has, like, some sort of shoulder-mounted laser.
Yes.
The Alien is an organic weapon with, like, acid blood.
Yes.
And can reproduce exponentially. What about Owen and Drew?
They have witty retorts.
Mm-hmm. Is that acid-filled retorts? Do they spray acid when they do this?
Some of the comments can be very hurtful and even acidic and caustic to your emotions.
So you're thinking that
it's like funny, sarcastic comedy sometimes. That's their real weapon. Of course, I don't. My money's probably on Predator, but
yeah. Well, whose isn't?
Yeah.
But okay, cool. So it would. I guess you would want to make a comedy movie. I'd want to work on it because it has predators and aliens in it. So I'd work for free.
Sweet.
But I guess it would be kind of like Shaun of the Dead, but.
Oh yeah, I didn't know you wanted it to to be actually. Shoot.
Yeah. No. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess it would have to be like one of those genre blends, like a Ed Wright type of show. But yeah, it could work. Why not?
Yeah, no, that sounds awesome. I love any kind of movies that blend a little genre, and I love those, like, what is it, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies? Have you heard of that book?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is a brilliant and, like, hilarious way of reintroducing old literature to people, or popular culture even.
Yeah, certainly swinging for the fences with that stuff. So either you hit or you miss, I guess. But
well, we're running close to the end of our episode, Eric, and unfortunately, you are not running close to the end of your beer.
It's almost the same.
Yeah, no, it is.
Right.
I may be able to help you. Here, you can drink a little more while I come up with some questions. So, you're shooting this on DSLR.
Yeah.
Let's share with our viewers. Any of you who subscribe to my YouTube channel know that I'm trying to run a tutorial series where we talk about film editing and all that good stuff.
Watch his stuff.
Yeah. He says that because he's getting free beer.
Yes, and I had some pizza earlier.
Yeah, there's pizza.
Yeah, in the kitchen.
Yeah, I guess it's like Between Two Pints, and we could have like a sequel show, Between Two Slices.
Yes.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
If you finish your beer, we can go have more pizza.
Okay.
Yeah. So, folks, thanks for joining us today on Between Two Pints. This is my guest, Erick Boychuk.
Thanks for having me.
And you're talking about... what is it? Owen and Brew.
Owen and Brew. Owen and Drew. Yeah.
Owen and Drew.
Watch out for it on YouTube and all those internets, Vimeo. Yeah, it'll be out there.
Well, folks, thanks for joining us today. Please feel free to watch the episode and drink along with us and leave some random comments in the comments below. Have a great day.
Peace.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I didn't cut until you finish. Oh, yeah, you did it! You got that, man.
Thanks, man.